well, 2023 gun collection video. Now, I did a pistol collection video, so check that out, because this one's mainly going to be about the longer guns. So, see you in a second. Okay. So, just making sure it's nice and level. There we go. It's a little bit better. Okay. So, I think what we'll do is we'll start in the order I got my guns. So, I do have a whole selection between AR-15s. I have a short one, a long one, 22 style one, and everything else. So, and we'll go into the purpose of said guns. So, go ahead and grab this one. So, this one right here is my 22. That way you know it's not loaded. Okay. So, this, technically, right here is my son's gun. But, I do have fun playing with it a little bit here and there. Because it is a 22. It's a Hammerly. And, in all honesty, these are really fun to use and shoot. And I got this, in general, for, one, practicing whenever I actually want to practice, like, tactics and everything else. And don't want to use expensive ammo. Cheaper to use 22 than it is 223. And 223 is the cheaper variant than 5.56. But you can't actually get the same kind of training when it comes to the weight of the ammo that you're carrying on your gear. That will change. So, weight train, just to say. But, yeah, this is my Hammerly 22, which technically is my son's once he gets a little bit older. But I got this to train me, and then something that he can have some fun with when it comes down to shooting at the range. But that's that one. Now, my second rifle I bought, which was and still is my favorite rifle. Right? No. Okay, make sure nothing in there. But my pistol braced 10.5 AR-15. Now this one is my favorite AR because this one is set up perfectly. So it has laser light, all that in the front. It has this laser for backup on the side. Now this laser is green. This laser, red. There's a reason for that. It has irons on it for if and when my optic and everything else go bad or don't work. And the best part is I have everything set up and lined up perfectly. This gun here is ready to go if ever need be, if shit hits the fan. This is, oh no, urban warfare is needed gun. Quite literally. This is self-defense. This is just in case if, oh, Russia decides to get stupid, or China decides to get stupid, or anyone else tries to take America's freedom. That's what this one's for. And is also for training, fun, and everything else, because this is my short AR-15. And the way it's set up is for all sorts of fun. Especially for the fact that I have a nice little bipod right here in the front. Nice little hand stop, hand grip right here. Keeps your hand from going too far forward. But at the same time, so does the light, which is another benefit. The way I have it set up is to point where my hand's here, fingers here. Perfect. But, yep. Now, of course, when it comes to this, you always got to remember, if it's a pistol brace, you can't shoulder it because ATF will frown upon that. So, you got to make sure that you're mainly cheek welding it, okay? You got to cheek weld that baby. But, yes, this is my short one. This is by far definitely my favorite one. And will probably always be my favorite one. Because when it comes to how all the other ones are set up, when it comes to my AR-15, definitely yes. Definitely fun. Definitely easy to use. Like, my girlfriend was was able to shoot this and be quite accurate with it, and she is new to guns, needless to say. But yes, second long gun I have ever bought, and definitely one of my favorites. Now, let's see here. I'm trying to remember correctly which one was my second long gun that I actually bought. I can't remember if it was my CMMG Banshee, and or if it was technically my FM45. But anyways, I'll just show the 45, and then I'll show my AR-10, basically. So, here we go. So, here is the FM45. So, this is technically a pistol-braced AR-style weapon, except one difference between this and my 5.56 is this shoots 45 ACP, meaning it's a pistol. Like, quite literally, this is a pistol. So, this shoots ball ammo perfectly. It cannot shoot, well, I mean, it can. It can shoot hollow points and all that, but you might want to, like, break in the gun a little bit. But I don't suggest it. I do suggest ball ammo out of this if you get an FM. But this is a really good gun. Now, this one I got specifically for home defense. Now, this is for like, oh, hey, I'm working overnights. I'm not at home. My girlfriend has a gun that she can use. It's the same thing with my Sig Sauer M17. That's also there just in case for her to use if I'm not at home. Period. But this right here is strictly home defense gun right here. And or truck gun. This is even good for hiking. But this is a 45, so depending on where you're hiking, this is only going to deal with so much. But I mean, if you're, let's say, you know, you're in California, right? And, you know, you don't want to worry about mountain lions. Right here. Perfect. And it has Glock mags. So that's also a benefit and a positive. So these are the mags that it takes. Now, because of where I live, this is a 13 count mag, just saying, but yeah, so ball ammo, use that in it, and it takes Glock mags, just like anything else, so, boop, in there, and that's how it is. Looks just like that, really nice. And then the little button is right here, and you just push, boop, and out. See, nice. But yeah, this is the FM509. And this one is Fenrir. He's my wolf. This is a nice one. Definitely liked this one when I bought this one. Because I wanted a pistol caliber carbine. Except definitely in a little bit longer of a format compared to, you know, the traditional, like, handgun. Now, this here, right here, from, you know, the actual breech to the whole opening of the front end of the gun, guess what? That is literally like maybe about 5 to 6 inches. I think it's about 5. So this is average length for a pistol. And then it adds all this extra so that you can be a little bit more accurate. Now, it literally only has a laser light combo on it and then irons. This is literally meant for up close. Like up close. Not like going down 50, 60 yards. I mean, you can. I've done it with this. You can do it. You can go down some yards with this baby, but not suggested. Not really. That's what this one's for. Home defense. Now, here we go. Now we're getting into the bigger calibers, at least kind of. At least with this one, it is a definitely bigger caliber. Now, here is my CMMG Banshee. My AR-10, and if you don't know what an AR-10 is, that means it is a 308/7.62, and no, this is not a silencer. This is a muzzle device. Wit Machine does these, and they're really nice. So basically, you get this muzzle brake right here, and you get this piece of metal here, literally just like a piece of metal. that you put over top. And what it does is it forces all the percussion forward. So it basically makes it louder. A lot louder. Doesn't kill the people next to you if you're at the range or something like that. But, yeah. This is my Banshee. So, on this one, basically, I have 45-degree irons, just in case for up close. Now, this gun is mainly for, like, deer hunting, brush, and everything else. That's why I got the pistol brace one. That way, it can be going into areas that are probably a little bit harder to get into. You know what I mean? Something that's really brushy or anything else. That, and I like the way this is because it's a wrist brace. So, if you need to, you can just pull it all the way back. So, that's also a real positive. Now, this is set up for mid to close range. So, I would say when I sighted it in, it was about like 150 yards. That's what I wanted this for, 150 yards, 308, perfect. Because when it comes down to taking down deer or anything else, that would be perfect. Get in close enough, take them out, boom. But that was the whole purpose of this one. Because I was like, well, I want to go hunting, but I want something that, like, if we have to go through brush, isn't going to be too bad. Because even though it is decently shorter than a normal full-length 308, it is pretty heavy, especially in the front end of it. The front end of it's decently heavy, and I designed it that way just so when it comes to the recoil of it, it's not rising too much. So that way, when it comes to certain kind of shots, I don't have to worry. Especially with the, you know, Magpul bipod on there. Just boop. Good. Good and golden. Love this thing. And this is Freya, the Queen of the Gods. That's what this one is called. Now, we're getting into some of my other favorite guns. And we'll go in order of the ones I got. Now, I do believe this was the first lever gun I got. So, I wanted a 12 gauge. I wanted a 12 gauge. I did. I was like, okay, well, I need a 12 gauge. I want a 12 gauge. But I don't want, you know, just any old 12 gauge. I want something kind of unique. I like unique guns. That's why I have, you know, the FM. That's why I have some of my guns set up the way I have them set up. Because I like interesting guns. And I like them unique. And I mean, this is why you also know this is empty. Nothing in there. But I like interesting guns. So I was like, you know what? A lever action 12 gauge. That sounds pretty interesting. So I saw the Black Aces. And I decided to get it. And I was not disappointed in this gun. In all honesty, I do kind of want to find something and change out this handguard here. I mean, I do like it. But at the same time, I kind of want to see if I can get one of my handguards from, like, possibly from a range point and see if maybe that would fit on here and I can actually get it to fit and work. Might be massively doubtful, but at the same time, if I can do it, I'm gonna. Just saying, because that would be really gnarly if I can get a tactical version on it, because the way I have another gun of mine set up is one reason why I was looking at this one is like, I kind of want to do something like that, because other than doing the whole runes thing like I always do with all my guns, and my lever guns, of course, got to put that wrap on there, that way, you know, you're not murdering your fingers. But, you know, I was like, this is the one gun that I haven't done too much, like whether it be a flashlight or, you know, anything else. Because, I mean, in all honesty, kind of can't really do very much of anything. So I was like, well, if I change this out, because I have a couple ideas of some guns next year I'm going to get, and the ideas are really nice. But I kind of want to change this out. Do like a tactical little thing to it and then possibly put like a light on it or something, but still roughly leave it how it is. Definitely leaving this because I do like the wood, definitely like that. But my 12 gauge Jormungandr, the World Serpent, which makes sense. Because, I mean, come on now, 12 gauge. Now, my second lever action is definitely one of my favorites, right? Not my favorite, but one of my favorites. I definitely would say my girlfriend's favorite, because when she shot this, and this video is on the channel as well, when she shot this, she enjoyed the crap out of it. But my Levtech 92 357 Magnum 38 Special lever action gun. Now, once again, nothing in there. It's empty. So, this is like my Space Cowboys tactical lever action. This is like set up for anything you would need it for. So, I have a flashlight up front, right? Let's see here. Which side is it on? That side. Yep. Got a little flashlight up front. Now, there's no laser on it, but I do have my little red dot on there. I have 45-degree irons, just in case if the red dot ends up breaking. And, yes, I did test this setup, and this setup works really nice. And, yep, I got a little bipod in the front, just in case if, you know, you kind of want to just set this up on like a little ledge and, you know, do some pop shots. It's like booyah. Definitely like the way this one is set up, because this one is a really light shooter, especially if you're shooting out the 38 Special Plus Ps like these are. It's like shooting a 22 almost. It really is. There's barely any recoil to it at all, and it is accurate as all crazy. So one of the best ammo types, I would say, for this gun in particular, because it shoots 357s and all that pretty fine too, but I would say 38 Special Plus Ps. The perfect round for this gun. Really, really good. But this right here is Sif, the Warrior guys. Really nice. Like this one. Love shooting it. Want to go out again. Can't wait, but sadly it's cold again. But anyways, there's that. Okay. Then I do believe after that I bought this one. Now this is my favorite lever gun that I have. My favorite lever gun. Period. Now this is Scotty the Huntress. She is a Henry 4570 lever action rifle. Now, much like with this one and the 38 Special, like the 38 Special is more mainly for urban tactical fun coolness and slash planking fun. That one is what that one's for, because 38 Special is pretty cheap. This is my hunting gun. Like this right here is set up for hunting. That's what she is for. Scotty the Huntress, the queen of the hunt. That is what this one's for. I have a range point compass, which is actually a legitimate compass. I have an Olight up front, right there. I have a really gnarly looking bipod, which will come in handy for all sorts of terrains up in my area. A magnifier, so that I can shoot up close and or decently far away. And then at the same time, I have this back spot right here where it's nice and cushiony. And if it is really cold, I also won't have to worry about my face freezing to anything, which would be nice. And my face would be nice and warm because it's fur. So there we go. But yeah, this is my hunting gun, and of course, have to wrap it so that way you don't tear up your fingers. Especially my fingers where I have tattoos. But when it comes to lever guns, this is definitely my favorite lever gun. And I have Ranger Point precision stuff on here, like the handrail. I have this, the little compass, quick drop tint, and then I also have the Range Point little, you know, hammer grip, which is really, really nice because If it's cold, wet, or anything else like that, it's a decent grip. I mean, it's like in there. And then this right here, this is a Tacticon, decent. It's like a 1x4x24. Has multiple different colors, and at the same time, you don't really need it because if, depending on the light status that you have outside, it has the bead dots that you can see without it. So whether your battery dies or not, you're good. So that's one reason why I got this. That way I don't have to worry if, oh no, my battery's died, I can't go hunting. Oh no, I need to feed myself or I need to feed my family. Bam, I can still do so because whether there's battery or not, it will still work. But this one, when I shot this one, it was one of my favorites to shoot. It was just a cannon. And I want to go shooting again with it. It's like my favorite to shoot. Now, the last long gun I got, I do believe, was this one. My full-length AR-15. Okay? Now, definitely have a magnifier on here, of course. You know, just kidding, not a magnifier. No, but definitely have, you know, the same thing, except this one is a Monstrums, and this one, I like it. It's not too bad. I wish I actually had the other kind of throw lever on it, because this one's a little but I haven't messed with this one as much as I have with Scotty's. But this one is the same way. It has the same kind of reticles in it, except this one's more of like a box. And even whether you have your actual power on, or if you have any juice in your batteries, you can still see the reticle, so you don't have to worry. So that's a positive. Now, this is my full-length AR, so this one's set up much like how my other AR is set up. Now, minus the difference is, on this one, I also, once again, have the same thing, the whip machine, little muzzle brake on here. That way it helps shoot all the sound forward and everything else. See that? So, same thing. Not a silencer, so no tack stamp or anything else like that necessary, because it's not a silencer. But I also have my little pressure pad on here for my light. No laser on this one, much like how I do almost my other guns. Was tempted to do so, but I was like, why not just, like, you know, do a light? A light should be perfectly fine. It works. And I like it. Now, this one's Guardian. And this one is set up just primarily to be, a battle rifle. That's what it is. Full-length, actual battle rifle. And set up for up here because it gets cold up here. So, once again, if I'm going to have my face sitting on something like this, I don't want it on plastic, so I'd rather have it on something that's going to be comfortable for my face. So, that right there. And then, you know, with this 1x6x24 zoom, which is really good, lets me be able to actually take care of stuff far away. Not too far, considering this is still a 5.56, so, you know, range still varies, but, you know, hey. And this was a PSA, like, a whole bunch of parts I gathered together and went, okay, you know what, boom, here we go, project. This was my project gun, and it came out really nice. Because I have, you know, my 45-degree irons, my light, my whip machine, this baby right there. And when I went to go take some shots out of it, ooh, it worked perfectly. And, of course, like all my other guns, I always have to have... Oh, okay, let's see, now it doesn't shut off. I always have to have the, you know, the ambidextrous charging handles because just in case I need to keep one hand on there, I can always do something like that or vice versa, something like that, whatever be the case. You know what I mean? My light has a life of its own. Didn't even touch it. This is like, I'm alive. But, yeah. So that is that. And that is all the guns I have for 2023. The newest guns of the year were the 2 pistols. So I definitely highly suggest, if you actually reach the end of this video, which I'm not too sure many people who do, the 2 weapons that are the newest guns that were added to my arsenal were this one and this one. These are the 2 newest guns that were added. So if you want to see these ones, check out the 2023 pistol collection and keep an eye out for next year's collection, because next year's collection will be interesting, because I'm thinking about getting some black powder guns, doing some interesting things to these black powder guns, keeping one traditional but still doing my little flair to it, and then getting another one and somewhat tacticalizing it a little bit, kind of like how I did with my Henry over there. So keep an eye out for that. That will probably more than likely going to be around like tax time. And then later on, depending on a few other things, I might get, you know, possibly a Mini 30, maybe a Mini 14. Kind of want to get one of those ones. Maybe a Mini 30, considering I already have 2 5.56 weapons. So why not a Mini 30, considering that's a 308? But, yeah, maybe another pistol. If I do, definitely 45, because I'm looking at some Rock Island 45s. Those ones look pretty good. But anyways, that's it for the channel. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. Catch me for the next one. Later, guys. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word, and stay free, America. Love you.